People of YouTube, okay, today is a bit different. I have to get a guitar done in a week. I'm not starting from scratch, I've already been working on it some, but I am way behind. I had to finish up another build, and then this one was due by Christmas, so this will probably be out a little after Christmas. This is where we're at currently. I do have some, like all the holes are drilled for the wires are gonna go through from the humbuckers. I have the inserts put in, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's, there we go. There's inserts put in for the humbuckers. I'm going to wipe this down with alcohol, and then I'm gonna start the finishing process. And I'll show you kind of what I'm gonna use for that. The neck is not quite to this level yet. It's gotta be sanded up to 220. It's at like 180 right now, but I glued some side dots in yesterday, so I've been letting that sit overnight, and I'm gonna go sand all those flush, and then sand it all at 220, which is where I usually start my finishing process. You know, ideally you would want to string it up, let it sit with tension on it for a while. I usually let them sit for a few weeks at least with tension, and then set it up, and the wood's kind of moved where it's going to move and stuff. I'm not gonna have that privilege, but this is a gift for Christmas from someone, so I'll kind of set it up. He can play it that day or whatever, but they don't live too terribly far, so I can go back in a couple weeks and do a real setup on it. Here we go. Alcohol on the body, and then we're gonna start the finishing stuff, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. It's all very quick curing stuff because I don't have weeks to let an oil finish sit or something like that. So all quick stuff. We're gonna see how it goes. Let's go. So what I'm using is some stuff called Solarez. I can't believe it's not lacquer. It is UV cured, so like I said, I have to go fast. When you put it out in the sun, I find it works better in the middle of the day, which it's like noon right here, right now. So the sun is right overhead, there's no clouds, should be a great day for it. Okay, what a lovely day it is. I put the guitar on a roller cart, and then it just sits out here in the sun, and it will cure. It'll cure at the top and the sides, and then I'll just keep turning it until everything is in the sun. Okay, so the radio is a bit loud, but I'm down at the other shop, obviously, and this is what I'm talking about right here. I've glued these in. All right, they're standing a bit proud. All this will sand out. So I'm gonna sand these flush, and then sand the whole neck with 220. Back to the other shop. The neck is sanded to 220. I do have to radius the fretboard. We're gonna I've already done it that way. Just kidding. Losing track of what I've done and what I haven't. All right, we're gonna move it this way because the sun is over there. Just don't look directly into the sun. To speed things up, I'm running out of daylight, so the stuff I was using cured in sunlight. But I'm running out of that. So for the neck, I'm going to use Glue Boost. You can hit it with the accelerator. It will cure almost instantly. I have everything sanded to 800. Super glue and stuff is in the pores because that's going to turn into basically a plastic. So that'll be in the pores, but then it'll be a top coat of oil just for some added protection and some depth. I always put the Odie's wax on top just for that added protection right on top, and it makes it feel super like buttery smooth. That's the plan. Sunday is done. Monday I have to work, right? I don't do this for a living, so I've got to work Monday, but Monday night I'll be back. Okay, it is night number 2. And I'm gonna try to get some oil on the neck and the body. Let that be soaking in for about an hour, so hour and a half, something like that. Then buff all that off. Then I'll leave those alone for a few days. Okay, so turns out I couldn't do much with the neck with it all oily. I'll do more tomorrow, but I did get all of this rounded over, and then I always use 3 gold ones for the last 3. I've said it in other videos. It was a mistake I did on my first guitar I ever made. I ran out of regular stainless steel frets, and I had some Evo gold frets. So I do that on every build now. Just is what it is. And then now it is time to buff off the oil. Okay, so it is day 3. The neck is dry enough to touch. It is not fully cured. That's gonna take a couple more days. Anyway, I have it over here. This is my fret counter. These are the frets. And this is the thing I'm gonna use to round them over. So I'm doing, on my last guitar, I did rounded fret ends. And I love the way it feels. So I'm gonna do that on this one as well. I don't have a ton done tonight, honestly. I have 6 frets ready. Tomorrow I don't have to work. So I'm going to be here in the morning and work on this thing all day tomorrow and the next day. So I'm really hoping I can get all the frets done. Hopefully get those installed tomorrow so the glue that I put in the fret slots will have time to cure. And I can work on leveling them and all that stuff on Thursday. That's the plan. And it's getting pretty close. It's getting pretty tight. But I still have to put all the humbuckers and stuff and wire all the guitar. We're gonna see. Cross your fingers with me. Okay, so it's day 4. I have 6 frets done. I have 18 more to go. So now we're up to 9 that are done. It's a lengthy process, 5 minutes per fret or something like that. But I do feel like the end result is good because it's so much smoother. They're all ball ends. There's no possible sharp edges or anything like that. It feels wonderful on the neck. It just is a pain to do. 12th fret is done. We're over halfway. Fret number 7 is done. That one only took almost 4 minutes. I'm getting faster. Wonderful news that I'm almost done. If I did this every day, I'm sure it would just be like, bam, done. But I don't. We are down to the last one. You can't tell by that. Anyway, I have one left, so I'm gonna see how fast I can do this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Call it. Say 3 minutes. I've gotten a little quicker. It was taking, I don't know, an hour per fret at the beginning. 10th fret, 15th fret, 21st fret, last fret, 24th fret. Okay, so I'm doing several frets at a time just to save a little time. So use a syringe to put the glue in the slot. My camera was giving me issues, so I didn't get it. But I've got the copper tape in there. Stay tuned. This is day 4. Felt like it's successful, and then day 5 is coming quick. So I've drilled these holes in here for that spring cavity thing, and I'm going to press in these brass inserts. As you can tell, the fretboard is different now. I have it taped off. I'm going to mark the tops of the frets, the black magic marker, and then when I'm gonna put sandpaper on this on one side and run it back and forth, and that will hit the high spots, and you just keep going until all the marker bead is gone. Then you know all the frets are flat. So I've run into a little issue. I was taking the tape off of the fretboard. All the frets look good and shiny, right? Then I noticed this right here. This right here is a gash in the wood. Well, that is from this thing that I used to cradle the neck as I was pressing it in with the drill press last night. Evidently it got near the edge. You can see where this is kind of damaged here, so I didn't see that. What I'm going to try to do is wet this, or one of these older rags, lay it on there and get my soldering iron hot, and that will create steam, and sometimes that will make that wood get bigger. So my rag is just damp. You can't really do it justice, but there's still some roughness right here where it wasn't just a dent, it was like a ridge. And that, like, by the touch, like, you can't tell. You can feel this ridge for sure. But yeah, so I'll hit this little section with some sandpaper. It'll be good to go. Tomorrow is crunch time, because while I technically have until Sunday, I don't really, because Sunday is when they want it. That's Christmas, right? December 21st. What? December 25th. And then, yeah, Saturday is when my family is having Christmas. So I don't really need to be out here working on this guitar on Saturday. I'm gonna wipe this off. I'll see you tomorrow. I have a beanie on instead of a hat. It's weird, I know. Yesterday, when I came into the shop, according to my car, it was 46 degrees. And then when I left the shop last night, it was 6 degrees. So, pretty big shift over the day, and then today is just as cold. Anyway, that has nothing to do with guitar building, but here we go. I was gonna show you, I put more oil on that spot. I sanded it with 800. That took it right off. I didn't have to go any more aggressive than that. I'm about to start working on the body, and I'm gonna start working on the humbuckers, which are these. These are Lambertones. This is what the customer had requested. This is what I have currently. I'll probably move some stuff around as far as like tucking things in. I don't have a way to test it out here, so I'm gonna go in the house real quick and plug it up to an amp. Okay, so I am out of time. Pickups work, that's great. Oil has been buffed off the neck from this morning. Everything, hopefully, will go together tomorrow. I know I said I wasn't gonna work on Saturday because we are having our family Christmas, but I am gonna try to sneak out here for a little bit. But it should come together. Now, whether or not I actually get to set it up tomorrow, I don't know, but hopefully it will all come together. So I've just installed these tuners. Got the screws holding them back here. That's the first time I ever got the CNC to cut the holes, but everything was lined up perfectly, so that's awesome. So we got the bridge on there. We're about to string it, about to peel that off. We got this nut on there. This is a Fender roller nut. It has ball bearings in there. I don't know if that'll show or not, but I've never used one. We're gonna see how it works. A clear back plate on there. So I don't have any footage of me playing it in my parents' house because it's chaotic in there. It is together, so I've been playing just a little bit. Everything works great. One thing that's not gonna be done is this back plate right here where the block is coming through. I drilled that in the wrong spot. So I'll deliver it like this. Obviously I would not do this on a normal circumstance, but you know, they're wanted, you know, so you can open it for Christmas. So that's cool, but I'll see him next week because it's for a friend of mine. It's his fiance got it for him for a Christmas present. So I'm happy with it. I did get it done in 6-ish days, and today with a lot of help from my dad and others. My sister came out here and helped for a little bit, and my brother-in-law and my nephew. So we were all taking shifts on it, trying to get it all done. But as far as, you know, just getting all the stuff put together. But with their help, I would say I got it done. And then just a few minor tweaks next week. I hope you enjoyed the series. I'll try to do more like this, or at least more building videos if you're into this stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a great Christmas as well, whenever you may be watching this, even if it's years from when it was recorded. But thanks for watching, And if you get anything from this, if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and like the video. Helps the algorithm. Thanks. See you later.